Hola y bienvenidos a Español Una con Señora Cristobal. This is a PowerPoint of the vocabulary that we'll be covering from Lección Preliminar through Unit 4, Lesson 1 from the Avancemos textbook. Los números are our numbers. So far we're hitting 0 through 10. 0, 0, 1 is 1, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, 4 is 4, 5 is 5, 6 is 6, 7 is 7, 8 is 8, 9 is 9, 10 is 10. Los días de la semana are the days of the week. La semana means simply week. Lunes is Monday. Martes is Tuesday. Miércoles is Wednesday. Jueves, Thursday. Viernes, Friday. Sábado, Saturday. Domingo, Sunday. El día means day. Hoy means today. El sábado means on Saturday. Los sábados means on Saturdays. Nota: in Spanish, the days of the week are never capitalized. Domingo, Sunday, for example. Use el and los to talk about what you do on a certain day or days of the week. El lunes, on Monday. Los lunes, on Mondays. Páginas 22 y 23, pages 22 and 23. En la clase, in the class. Abran los libros en la página. Open your books to page. Cierren los libros. Close your books. ¿Cómo se dice? How do you say? Se dice. You say. ¿Cómo se escribe tu nombre? How do you spell your name? Se escribe. It is spelled. ¿Comprendes? Do you understand? Levanten la mano. Raise your hand. Más despacio, por favor. More slowly, please. No sé. I don't know. ¿Qué quiere decir? What does mean? Quiere decir. It means. Repitan, por favor. Please repeat. Saquen una hoja de papel. Take out a piece of paper. Siéntense. Sit down. ¿Tienen preguntas? Do you have questions? ¿Verdad? Right? En el libro means in the book. Completa la conversación. Complete the conversation. Contesta las preguntas. Answer the questions. Escoge la palabra. Choose the word. Escoge la respuesta. Choose the answer. Escribe. Write. Escucha. Listen. Explica. Explain. Indica si es cierto o falso. Indicate whether it is true or false. Lee. Read. Pregúntale a otro estudiante. Ask another student who happens to be male. Pregúntale a otra estudiante. Ask another student who happens to be female. Trabaja con otro estudiante. Work with another student who happens to be male. Trabaja con otra estudiante. Work with another student who happens to be female. Trabaja en grupo de. Work in a group of. Vocabulario en página 25. Vocabulary from page 25. This is your translation page. I often refer to it as a T-chart. Greet people and say goodbye. Greetings. Buenos días. Good morning. Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. Buenas noches. Good evening. Hola can be hello or it can be hi. Say goodbye. Adios. Goodbye. Buenas noches. Good night. Hasta luego. See you later. Hasta mañana. See you tomorrow. Say how you are. ¿Cómo estás? How are you? Familiar. This is someone you're talking to on a first name basis. ¿Cómo está usted? How are you? Formal. This is someone you're speaking to on a last name basis. ¿Qué tal? How's it going? Bien. Fine. Mal. Bad. Más o menos. So-so. Muy bien. Very well. Regular. Okay. ¿Y tú? And you, familiar, this would be what you would say to someone you're on a first name basis with again. ¿Y usted? And you? This is the formal style. This is what you would say to someone you're on a last name basis with. ¿Qué pasa? What's up? Make introductions. ¿Cómo se llama? What's his name? ¿Cómo se llama? Can be what's her name. ¿Cómo se llama? Can be what is your formal name. This is somebody that you want to show respect to, that you would likely talk to on a last name basis. Se llama can be his name is, or se llama can be her name is. ¿Cómo te llamas? What's your name? Familiar. This again is someone you're on a first name basis with. Me llamo, my name is. Te presento a, let me introduce you to, and this would be somebody you're on a first name basis with because we're using te. Le presento a, let me introduce you to someone that you would refer to on a last name basis, which is why we're using le. El gusto es mío, the pleasure is mine. Encantado, this is what you would say if you are a boy. Delighted, pleased to meet you. Encantada, this is what you would say if you are a girl. Delighted, pleased to meet you. Igualmente, same here, likewise. Mucho gusto, nice to meet you. ¿Quién es? Can be who is he. ¿Quién es? Can be who is she. ¿Quién es? Can be who is it. Es can be he is. Es can be she is. Or es can be it is. And you would have a name or a thing after S. S. Margarita. It's Margaret, right? Say which day it is. ¿Qué día es hoy? What day is it today? Hoy es. Today is. Mañana es. Tomorrow is. El día means day. Hoy means today. Mañana means tomorrow. La semana means week. Exchange phone numbers. ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? This is how you would ask somebody that you're on a first name basis with. What's your telephone number? ¿Cuál es su número de teléfono? What is your telephone number? This is how you would ask someone you're on a last name basis with. Mi número de teléfono es. My telephone number is. Other words and phrases. La clase is class. Las clases, of course, would be classes. El maestro de español would be a male Spanish teacher. La maestra de español is a female Spanish teacher. You, of course, can have maestros and maestras that teach things other than Spanish. El país is country. Keep in mind the plural of this, los países, are going to be countries. Perdón, excuse me. Por favor, please. Muchas gracias, thank you very much. Gracias, thank you. De nada, you're welcome. El señor is Mr. La señora, Mrs. La señorita, Miss. Depending on how these are used in context, if it does not give a name after señor, señora, or señorita, then señor means sir, señora means ma'am, señorita means young lady. Sí means yes, no means no. Describe the weather. ¿Qué tiempo hace? What is the weather like? This is usually outside that we're referring to. Hace calor, it is hot. Hace frío, it is cold. Hace sol, it is sunny. Hace viento, it is windy. Llueve, it is raining. Nieva, it is snowing. In Rapid City, hace fresco mucho. In Rapid City, it's cool a lot. Hace fresco means cool. It is cool, pardon me. It is actually a sentence. Say where you are from. ¿De dónde eres? Where are you familiar from? This is what you would ask to someone who looks younger or that you would be on a first name basis with. ¿De dónde es? Where is he from? Can be where is she from? Also, depending on the context. ¿De dónde es usted? Where are you formal from? This is another example that you would be using with someone you're on a last name basis with, that you call Mr., Mrs., or Miss so-and-so. Soy de, I am from. Es de can be he is from. Es de can be she is from. If you're being nice, you would say el es de to be more specific that you're saying he is from, or you would use ella es de, more specifically saying she is from. Unidad 1, Lección 1, página 51. Unit 1, Lesson 1, page 51. El vocabulario. Talk about activities. Alquilar un DVD, to rent a DVD. Andar en patineta, to skateboard. Aprender el español, to learn Spanish. Beber, to drink. Comer, to eat. Comprar, to buy. Correr, to run. Descansar, to rest. Dibujar, to draw. Escribir correos electrónicos, to write emails. Escuchar música, to listen to music. Estudiar, to study. Hablar por teléfono, to talk on the phone. Hacer la tarea, to do homework. Jugar al fútbol, to play soccer. If you want to say to play football, that one will be jugar al fútbol americano, to play American football. Leer un libro, to read a book. Mirar la televisión, to watch TV. Montar en bicicleta, to ride a bicycle. Pasar un rato con los amigos, to spend time with friends. Pasear, to go for a walk. Practicar deportes, to practice or play sports. Preparar la comida, to prepare food or a meal. Tocar la guitarra, to play the guitar. Tocar is what you use to talk about playing any instrument. Tocar el piano, to play the piano. Tocar la flauta, to play the flute. Tocar el violín, to play the violin, for some examples. Trabajar means to work. Say what you like and don't like to do. ¿Qué te gusta hacer? What do you like to do? ¿Te gusta? Do you like? Me gusta? I like. No me gusta? I don't like. Snack foods and beverages. El agua, water. La fruta, fruit. La galleta, cookie. El helado, ice cream. El jugo, juice. Las papas fritas, French fries. La pizza, pizza. El refresco, soft drink, soda, or pop. Other words and phrases. La actividad is activity. The plural of that, of course, would be las actividades, activities. Antes de, before. Después, afterward. Después de, after. La escuela is school. Más is more. O means or. Pero means but. También means also. Gramática, nota gramatical. De to describe where you are from, and it gives you a nice explanation for this on page 38. Pronouns and ser. Ser means to be. Use ser to identify a person or say where he or she is from. Our pronouns are yo, tú, usted, él, ella, nosotros, nosotras, vosotros, vosotras, ustedes, ellos, ellas. Our forms of ser are soy, eres, es, somos, sois, and son. Yo soy means I am. Tú eres, you are. Usted es, you formal are. Él es, he is. Ella es, she is. Nosotros somos, we are. Vosotros sois, y'all are. Ustedes son, y'all are. Ellos son. Gustar with an infinitive. Use gustar to talk about what people like to do. A mí me gusta dibujar. I like to draw. A ti te gusta dibujar. You like to draw. A usted le gusta dibujar. You like to draw. A él le gusta dibujar. He likes to draw. A ella le gusta dibujar. She likes to draw. A nosotros nos gusta dibujar. We like to draw. A vosotros os gusta dibujar. Y'all like to draw. A ustedes les gusta dibujar. Y'all like to draw. A ellos les gusta dibujar. They like to draw. Unidad 1, lección 2, en página 75. Vocabulario, Unit 1, Lesson 2, on page 75, vocabulary. Describe yourself and others. ¿Cómo eres? What are you like? This is asking a personality trait question about you, not asking how you're doing right now, asking how you are as a person. What are you like? Personality. Artístico is masculine for artistic. Artística is feminine for artistic. Atlético is masculine for artistic. Atlética is feminine for artistic. Bueno is masculine for good. Buena is feminine for good. Cómico is masculine for funny. Cómica is feminine for funny. Desorganizado is masculine for disorganized or messy. Desorganizada is feminine for disorganized or messy. Estudioso is masculine for studious. Estudiosa is feminine for studious. Inteligente is intelligent. Notice it is gender neutral. It stays the same whether it's for a girl or for a boy. Malo is masculine for bad. Mala is feminine for bad. Organizado is masculine for organized. Organizada is feminine for organized. Perezoso is masculine for lazy. Perezosa is feminine for lazy. Serio is masculine for serious. Seria is feminine for serious. Simpático is masculine for nice. Simpática is feminine for nice. Trabajador is masculine for hardworking. Trabajadora is feminine for hardworking. Appearance. Alto is masculine for tall. Alta is feminine for tall. Bajo is masculine for short, as in the height of a person. Baja is feminine for short. Bonito is pretty. Handsome, if you like that better for a guy. Bonita is feminine for pretty. Grande is gender neutral, means big, large, it can mean great. Guapo is masculine for good looking. Guapa is feminine for good looking. Joven means young. Jóvenes is plural for youth, for youths perhaps. Pelirrojo is masculine for red-haired. Pelirroja is feminine for red-haired. Pequeño is masculine for small. Pequeña is feminine for small. Viejo is masculine for old. Vieja is feminine for old. Tengo means I have. Tiene means he has or she has, and you could use it in this context. Tiene pelo rubio. He has blonde hair or she has blonde hair. Or tiene pelo castaño. He has brown hair or she has brown hair. El amigo is masculine friend. La amiga is feminine friend. La chica means girl. El chico means boy. El estudiante means a student who is a dude. La estudiante means student who is a chick. El hombre means man. La mujer means woman. La persona means person. Other words and phrases. Muy means very. Un poco, a little. Porque, because. Todos is masculine for all. Todas is feminine for all. Gramática, nota gramatical. There to describe what someone is like. And a very nice explanation and translation for ser can be found on page 58. Again, we're talking about what a person's characteristics are, how they are as a person. Definite and indefinite articles. In Spanish, articles match nouns in gender and number. Masculine, singular definite article, el chico, the boy. Masculine plural definite article and noun, los chicos, the boys. Feminine definite articles and noun example, singular, la chica, the girl. An example of feminine definite article and noun that are plural, las chicas, the girls. An example of indefinite article and noun that is masculine and singular, un chico, a boy. Masculine indefinite article and noun that are plural, unos chicos, some boys. Indefinite article that happens to be feminine and noun and singular, una chica, a girl. Feminine indefinite article and noun that is plural, unas chicas, some girls. Noun adjective agreement. In Spanish, adjectives match the gender and number of the nouns they describe. Singular and masculine, el chico alto, the tall boy. Plural and masculine, los chicos altos, the tall boys. Singular and feminine, la chica alta, the tall girl. Feminine and plural, las chicas altas, the tall girls. Unidad 2, Lección 1, en página 87. Unit 2, Lesson 1, on page 87. Los números desde 11 a 100. Numbers from 11 to 100. 11 is 11. 12 is 12. 13 is 13. 14 is 14. 15 is 15. 16 is 16. 17 is 17. 18 is 18. 19 is 19. 20 is 20. 21, 21. 22, 22. 23, 23. 24, 24. 25, 25. 26, 26. 27, 27. 28, 28. 29, 29. 30, 30. 31, 31. 32, 32. 33, 33. 34, 34. 35, 35. 36, 36. 37, 37. 38, 38, 39, 39. When we hit 30s, the words are broken out into 3 words instead of smooshed all together like they are in the 20s. And that's going to be the case for 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 100s. 40 is 40, 50 is 50, 60 is 60, 70 is 70, and I apologize for the typo on here. Beside 80, it should be 80, which is 80. 90 is 90. 100 is 100. Nota gramatical. For the numbers 21, 31, and so on, use 21, 31, and so on before a masculine noun, 21, 31, and so on before a feminine noun. Hay 21 maestros en la escuela. There are 21 teachers in the school. Hay 31 personas en mi clase. There are 31 people in my class. Unidad 2, Lección 1, página 105. Unit 2, Lesson 1, page 105, Vocabulario. Tell time and discuss daily schedules. ¿A qué hora es? At what time is? ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? A la 1, at 1 o'clock. A las 2, at 2 o'clock. A las 3, at 3 o'clock. A las 4, at 4 o'clock, etc. through a las 12, at 12 o'clock. Es la 1, it is 1 o'clock. Son las 2, it is 2 o'clock. Son las 3, it is 3 o'clock. Son las 4, it is 4 o'clock. Son las 5, it is 5 o'clock. Son las 6, it is 6 o'clock, etc. through son las 12. De la mañana, in the morning, this is in relation to time. De la tarde, in the afternoon, again, this is in relation to time. And de la noche, at night, again, this is in relation to time. La hora is hour or time. El horario is schedule. Menos, to or before, this is in relation to telling time. Son las 2 menos cuarto, for example, would be it is 1:45, or it is 2 minus a quarter. El minuto is minute. Y cuarto, quarter past. Y 10, 10 past. Y media, half past. Describe frequency. De vez en cuando, once in a while. Muchas veces, often, many times. Mucho, a lot. Nunca, never. Siempre, always. Todos los días, every day. Describe classes. School subjects. El arte means art. Las ciencias, science. El español, Spanish. La historia, history. El inglés, English. Las matemáticas, math, also known as mathematics. Classroom activities, contestar, to answer. Enseñar, to teach. Llegar, to arrive. Necesitar, to need. Sacar una buena nota, to get a good grade. Sacar una mala nota, to get a bad grade. Tomar apuntes, to take notes. Usar la computadora, to use the computer. Other words and phrases. Casi, almost. Cuantos, how many? And this would be something that's masculine. Cuantas is how many, and this would be something that's feminine. Difícil, difficult. In. El examen, exam or test. Los exámenes, exams or tests. Fácil, easy. There is or there are. Muchos, many, masculine. Muchas, many, feminine, tarde, late, temprano, early, tener que, to have to. Gramática, notas gramaticales. Numbers are on page 88. Telling time explanation is given on page 90. Expressions of frequency are on page 93. The verb tener, use the verb tener to talk about what you have. Tener means to have. Yo tengo, I have. Tú tienes, you have. Usted tiene, you have. Él tiene, he has. Ella tiene, she has. Nosotros tenemos, we have. Vosotros tenéis, y'all have. Ustedes tienen, y'all have. Ellos tienen, they have. Tener plus que plus an infinitive is used to talk about what someone has to do. So tengo, tienes, tiene, tenemos, tenéis, and tienen with que, and then an infinitive verb after that will be how we say someone has to do something. So tengo que comer, for example, I have to eat. Tengo que hacer la tarea, I have to do the homework. Or a couple examples. Present tense of AR verbs. To form the present tense of a regular verb that ends in AR, drop the AR and add the appropriate ending. Hablar is what they're giving you as your prototype or your example for an AR normal present tense verb. Means to talk or to speak. Yo hablo, I talk, I speak. Tú hablas, you talk, you speak. Usted habla, you talk, you speak. Él habla, he talks, he speaks. Ella habla, she talks, she speaks. Nosotros hablamos, we talk, we speak. Vosotros habláis, y'all talk, y'all speak. Ustedes hablan, y'all talk, y'all speak. Ellos hablan, they talk, they speak. So notice they give you a red o, as, af, amos, ais, an. You're dropping the AR from hablar and changing it to those endings depending on who is doing the action. Unidad 2, lección 2, en página 129. Unit 2, lesson 2, on page 129. Vocabulario or vocabulary. Describe classroom objects. El borrador, eraser. La calculadora, calculator. El cuaderno, notebook. El escritorio, desk. El lápiz, pencil. Los lápices, pencils. El mapa, map. La mochila, backpack. El papel, paper. El pizarrón, board or chalkboard. Los pizarrones, boards or chalkboards. La pluma, pen. La puerta, door. El reloj, clock or watch. La silla, chair. La tiza, chalk. La ventana, window. Say where things are located. Al lado, next to. Al lado de, next to. Cerca, near. Cerca de, near to. Debajo, underneath. Debajo de, under. Delante, in front. Delante de, in front of. Dentro, inside. Dentro de, inside of. Detrás, behind. Detrás de, behind. Encima, on top. Encima de, on top of. Lejos, far. Lejos de, far from. To talk about how you feel. Cansado is masculine for tired. Cansada is feminine for tired. Contento is masculine for content or happy. Contenta is feminine for content or happy. Deprimido is depressed. Deprimida is feminine for depressed. Emocionado is masculine for excited. Emocionada is feminine for excited. Enojado is masculine for angry. Enojada is feminine for angry. Nervioso is masculine for nervous. Nerviosa is feminine for nervous. Ocupado is masculine for busy. Ocupada is feminine for busy. Tranquilo is masculine for calm. Tranquila is feminine for calm. Triste is sad. Notice it is gender neutral. It stays the same whether it's referring to a guy or a girl. To describe classes, aburrido is masculine for boring. Aburrida is feminine for boring. Divertido is masculine for fun. Divertida is feminine for fun. Interesante means interesting. Notice this is also a gender neutral adjective. Places in school. El baño is bathroom. La biblioteca, library. La cafeteria, cafeteria. El gimnasio, gymnasium. La oficina del director, the principal's office who happens to be a dude. La oficina de la directora, the principal's office who happens to be a chick. El pasillo, hall. Other words and phrases. A donde, to where. Donde, where. Cuando, when. Cuando, when. El problema, problem. Gramática, nota gramatical, conjugated verb before the subject to ask a question, can be found in a very nice explanation on page 117. The verb estar. We are using another verb that means to be. This one we use in the context of asking, how are you doing right now? How are you? Use estar to indicate location and say how people feel. Estar means to be. Yo estoy, I am. Tú estás, you are. Usted está, you are. Él está, he is. Ella está, she is. Nosotros estamos, we are. Vosotros estáis, y'all are. Ustedes están, y'all are. Ellos están, they are. The verb ir is also being introduced in this chapter as well. Use ir to talk about where someone is going. Ir means to go. Yo voy, I go. Tú vas, you go. Usted va, you go. Él va, he goes. Ella va, she goes. Nosotros vamos, we go. Vosotros vais, y'all go. Ustedes van, y'all go. Ellos van, they go. Unidad 3, lección 1, en página 152. Nota gramatical. The verb hacer is irregular in the present tense only in the yo form. Hago. Make sure you aren't saying aso. It has to be a go verb, and we say hago. In the other forms, it follows the pattern for er verbs, so the rest would be haces, hace, hacemos, hacéis, hacen. Hago un sándwich. I make a sandwich. I am making a sandwich. Carmen hace la tarea. Carmen does her homework. Carmen is doing her homework. Unidad 3, lección 1, página 159. Unit 3, lesson 1, page 159. Vocabulario, talk about foods and beverages. Meals, el almuerzo, lunch. La bebida, beverage or drink. La cena, dinner. Compartir means to share. La comida, food or meal. El desayuno, breakfast. Vender means to sell. For breakfast, el café, coffee. El cereal, cereal. El huevo, egg. El pan, el jugo de naranja, orange juice. La leche, milk. El pan, bread. El yogur, yogurt. For lunch, la hamburguesa, hamburger. La hamburguesa con queso then would be a cheeseburger. El sándwich de jamón y queso, ham and cheese sandwich. La sopa, soup. Fruit, la banana is a banana. La manzana, apple. Las uvas, grapes. To describe feelings, tener ganas de means to feel like. Tener hambre, to be hungry. Tener sed, to be thirsty. So, tengo ganas de comer una pizza. I feel like eating a pizza. Tengo hambre. I am hungry. Tengo sed. I am thirsty. To ask questions, como, how. Cuál, which. Cuáles, what. Por qué, why. Qué, what. Quién, who. Quiénes, who, plural. Other words and phrases. Ahora, now. Es importante, it's important. Horrible, horrible. Nutritivo is masculine for nutritious. Nutritiva is feminine for nutritious. Otro is masculine for other. Otra is feminine for other. Para means for or in order to. Rico, tasty or delicious, and is masculine. Rica is feminine, means tasty or delicious. Gramática, notas gramaticales, interrogative words can be found on page 144. The verb hacer can be found on page 152. Gustar with nouns. To talk about things that people like, use gustar plus a noun. Singular example using soup. Me gusta la sopa. I like the soup. Te gusta la sopa. You like the soup. Le gusta la sopa. He, she, you, it likes the soup. Nos gusta la sopa. We like the soup. Os gusta la sopa. Y'all like the soup. Les gusta la sopa. They or y'all like the soup. Using gustar with a plural noun, they're using juices as an example. Me gustan los jugos. I like the juices. Te gustan los jugos. You like the juices. Le gustan los jugos can be he, she, you, or it likes the juices. Nos gustan los jugos. We like the juices. Os gustan los jugos. Y'all like the juices. Les gustan los jugos can be they or y'all like the juices. Present tense of ER and IR verbs. Our ER verb endings are going to be O, S, E, hemos, es, en. Our IR verb endings are going to be O, S, E, imos, is, en. This is very similar to when we were conjugating AR verbs a chapter or so ago. And our endings for AR verbs were O, as, a, amos, es, an. They give you vender as your prototype example to show you how to conjugate normal ER verbs. Vender means to sell. Yo vendo, I sell. Tú vendes, you sell. Él, ella, usted vende. He, she, you, it sells. Nosotros vendemos, we sell. Vosotros vendéis, y'all sell. Ellos, ellas, ustedes venden. They or y'all sell. The IR verb that they're giving you for a prototype as an example to conjugate IR verb endings is compartir. This means to share. Comparto, I share. Tú compartes, you share. Él, ella, usted comparte. He, she, you, it shares. Nosotros compartimos, we share. Vosotros compartís, y'all share. Ellos, ellas, ustedes comparten. They, y'all, it plural shares. Unidad 3, lección 2, en página 165. Unit 3, lesson 2 on page 165. ¿Cuál es la fecha? What is the date? Hoy es el 1 de abril. Today is the 1st of April. Es mi cumpleaños. It is my birthday. ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? When is your birthday? Los meses simply means the months. Enero is January. Febrero is February. Marzo is March. Abril is April. Mayo is May. Junio is June. Julio is July. Agosto is August. Septiembre is September. Octubre is October. Noviembre is November. Diciembre is December, pardon me. Numbers from 200 to a million, los números desde 200 a 1,000,000. Our hundreds can be either masculine or feminine, so please have that be your understanding with the parentheses as. It's not one word, 200 as. You can choose either between feminine 200 or masculine 200. Feminine 300, masculine 300, etc. 200, 200, 200, 300, 300, 300, 400, 400, 400, 500, 500, 500, 600, 600, 600, 700, 700, 700, 800, 800, 800, 900, 900, 900, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000,000, a million. In Spain, instead of saying feliz cumpleaños, it is said cumpleaños feliz because your adjective is supposed to go after your noun. Happy birthday is what cumpleaños feliz means in Spanish. Unidad 3, lección 2, en página 185. El vocabulario. Talk about family. La abuela, grandmother. El abuelo, grandfather. Los abuelos, grandparents. La familia, family. La hermana, sister. El hermano, brother. Los hermanos can be brothers, brother and sister, brothers and sisters, brother and sisters, brothers and sister, etc. La hija is daughter. El hijo, son. Los hijos can be son and daughter, sons and daughters, son and daughters, sons and daughter, or children. La madrastra, stepmother. La madre, mother. El padrastro, stepfather. El padre, father. Los padres, parents. El primo, a male cousin. La prima, a female cousin. Los primos, cousins. La tía, aunt. El tío, uncle. Los tíos, uncles, uncle and aunt, uncles and aunts, uncle and aunts, uncles and aunts, etc. To give dates, ¿cuál es la fecha? What is the date? Es el blank de blank. It is the blank of blank. El primero de, the first of. El cumpleaños, birthday. Cumpleaños feliz, happy birthday. La fecha de nacimiento, birth date. Pets, el gato is a male cat. La gata is a female cat. El perro is a male dog. La perra is a female dog. Ask, tell, and compare ages. ¿Cuántos años tienes? How old are you? Tengo blank años. I am blank years old. Mayor, older. Menor, younger. Other words and phrases. Vivir means to live. Ya means already. Gramática, notas gramaticales, use de to express possession. A nice explanation for this is found on page 166. Tener blank años, page 168. And giving dates on page 171. Possessive adjectives. In Spanish, possessive adjectives agree in number with the nouns they describe. Nuestro, nuestra, and vuestro, vuestra must also agree in gender with the nouns they describe. So, singular possessive adjectives are as follows: mi, my, tu, your, su, can also be his, her, or its. Nuestro or nuestra, our. Vuestro or vuestra, your, plural, or y'all's. Su, your, su, their. Plural possessive adjectives. Mis as my, tus, your, sus, your, sus can also be his, hers, or its. Nuestros or nuestras, our. Vuestros or vuestras, your. Plural, y'all's. Sus, y'all's. Sus, theirs. Comparatives. Use the following phrases with an adjective to compare two things. Más blank que, more blank than. Menos blank que, less blank than. Tan blank como, as blank as. When a comparison does not involve an adjective, use these phrases. Más que blank, more than blank. Menos que blank, less than blank. Tanto como blank, as much as blank. There are a few irregular comparative words also. Mayor is older. Menor, younger. Mejor, better. Peor is worse. Unidad 4, Lección 1, en página 213. Unit 4, Lesson 1, on page 213. El vocabulario, talk about shopping. El centro comercial, shopping center or mall. ¿Cuánto cuesta? How much does it cost? ¿Cuánto cuestan? How much do they cost? Cuesta, it costs. Cuestan, they cost. El dinero, money. El dólar, dollar. El euro, euro. Ir de compras, to go shopping. Pagar, to pay. El precio, price. La tienda, store. To describe clothing. La blusa is a blouse. Los calcetines are socks. La camisa, shirt. La camiseta, t-shirt. La chaqueta, jacket. Feo is masculine for ugly. Fea is feminine for ugly. El gorro, winter hat. Los jeans are jeans. They are also sometimes referred to as vaqueros. Los vaqueros. Llevar, to wear. Nuevo is masculine for new. Nueva is feminine for new. Los pantalones are pants. Los pantalones cortos are shorts. La ropa, clothing. El sombrero, hat. El vestido, dress. Los zapatos, shoes. Our colors are as follows. Amarillo is yellow and is masculine. Amarilla is feminine for yellow. Anaranjado is masculine for orange. Anaranjada is feminine for orange. Azul means blue. Blanco is masculine for white. Blanca is feminine for white. Marron is brown. Marrones is plural for brown. Negro is masculine for black. Negra is feminine for black. Rojo is masculine for red. Roja is feminine for red. Verde is green. Expressions with the verb tener. Tener calor, to be hot. Ay, tengo calor. Oh, I'm hot. Tener frío, to be cold. Ay, tengo frío. Oh, I'm cold. Tener razón, to be right. Tengo razón. I am right. Tener suerte, to be lucky. No tengo suerte. I am not lucky. Discuss seasons. La estación is season. Las estaciones are seasons. El invierno is winter. El otoño, autumn or fall. La primavera, spring. El verano, summer. Other words and phrases. Durante is during. Cerrar is a E to IE stem changing verb. Means to close. Empezar is a E to IE stem changing verb. It means to begin. Entender is a E to IE stem changing verb. Means to understand. Pensar is a E to IE stem changing verb. Means to think or to plan. Preferir is a E to IE stem changing verb. Means to prefer. Querer is a stem changing verb. It goes E to IE. That means to want. Gramática, nota gramatical. Tener expressions. A very nice explanation of how those work can be found on page 198. We are focusing on stem changing verbs in this chapter of the type that are known as E to IE stem changing verbs. For E to IE stem changing verbs, the E of the stem changes to IE in all forms except for nosotros and vosotros. The prototype or sample that they're giving you to show you how a stem changing verb gets conjugated is the verb querer. Querer means to want. Notice in the infinitive it's spelled Querer. It stays E for queremos and queréis. These are our nosotros and vosotros forms. In all the other forms, notice how that E changes to IE. Yo quiero, I want. Tú quieres, you want. Él, ella, usted quiere, he, she, you, it wants. Nosotros queremos, we want. Vosotros queréis, y'all want. Ellos, ellas, ustedes quieren, they, y'all, it plural wants. Direct object pronouns. Direct object pronouns can be used to replace direct object nouns. Our singular direct object pronouns are as follows. Me is me. Te is you familiar. Lo is you formal, him or it. La is you formal, her or it. Plural direct object pronouns are nos is us. Os is you familiar, plural. Los can be you all, masculine or mixed, or them. Las can be you all, feminine only, or them, feminine. Unidad 4, lección 2, en página 237. Unit 4, lesson 2 on page 237. El vocabulario, el vocabulary. Describe places in town. El café is café. El centro, center or downtown. El cine, movie theater, the movies. El parque, park. El restaurante, restaurant. El teatro, theater. Describe events in town. El concierto, concert. Las entradas, tickets. La música rock, rock music. La película, movie. La ventanilla, ticket window. Getting around town, a pie, by foot. La calle, street. En autobús, by bus. En coche, by car. Encontrar is a O to UE stem changing verb, means to find. Tomar means to take. In a restaurant, el camarero would be a food server who happens to be a dude. La camarera would be a food server who happens to be a chick. Costar is an O to UE stem changing verb, means to cost. La cuenta is bill, like what the server brings you at the end of your meal so that you can pay for your meal. De postre, for dessert. El menú, menu. La mesa, table. El plato principal, main course. La propina, tip. Ordering from a menu. Pedir is a E to I stem changing verb, to order, to ask for. Servir is a E to I stem changing verb, means to serve. For dinner, el arroz is rice. El bistec is beef. El broccoli, broccoli. La carne is meat. La ensalada is salad. Los frijoles are beans. El pastel is cake. La patata, potato. El pescado is fish. El pollo is chicken. El tomate, tomato. Las verduras, vegetables. Other words and phrases, ahí means there. Almorzar is an O to UE stem changing verb, means to eat lunch. Aquí means here. Dormir is another O to UE stem changing verb, means to sleep. El lugar is place. Poder is another O to UE stem changing verb, means to be able or can. Tal vez means perhaps or maybe. Ver means to see. Volver is an O to UE stem changing verb, means to return or to come back. Gramática, notas gramaticales. The verbs ver can be found on page 220 with a very nice explanation of how to use ver. Veo, ves, ve, vemos, ves, ven. Ir a plus an infinitive is a simple future tense to go do something. Nice explanation is found on page 222. We are focusing on stem changing verbs, O to UE. For O to UE stem changing verbs, the last O of the stem changes to UE in all forms, again, except for nosotros and vosotros. This should sound very familiar from our E to IE stem changing verbs. So poder is the prototype, the one they're giving you to explain how all of these different types of verbs that are O to UE stem changers gets conjugated into the present tense. Poder, to be able or can. Yo puedo, I am able, I can. Tú puedes, you're able, you can. Él, ella, usted, he, she, you, it is able or can. Nosotros podemos, we are able, we can. Vosotros podéis, y'all are able, y'all can. Ellos, ellas, ustedes pueden, y'all, they, or it is able or can. We're also looking at stem changing verbs that are E to I stem changers. For E to I stem changing verbs, the last E of the stem changes to I in all forms except nosotros and vosotros. Again, very much like E to IE, as well as O to UE stem changing verbs. The E to I stem changing verb that the book is giving us as our prototype or our sample example of how we conjugate an E to I stem changing verb is servir, means to serve. Yo sirvo, I serve. Tú sirves, you serve. Él, ella, usted sirve. He, she, you, it serves. Nosotros servimos, we serve. Vosotros servís, y'all serve. Ellos, ellas, ustedes sirven, they or y'all serve. El fin. Gracias por escuchar al vocabulario de Avancemos Una. The end. Thank you for listening to Avancemos One Vocabulary. Adios.